Lisa's solo career has sparked huge debate. Her alter ego concept, branding, and music have been praised, criticized, and dissected like never before. But what if everything you've heard misses the real story behind her artistic journey? From the scorching spotlight of K-pop's global stage to the deeply personal layers of her music and persona, Lisa's path as a solo artist has been anything but straightforward. She's taken risks with a bold alter ego concept designed to showcase her versatility and complexity, yet that same idea left many fans and critics puzzled. The question is, why? Is the issue in the music itself? Or does it lie somewhere else? In the way she's presented to the world? Today, we'll dive into the nuanced world of branding, perception, and artistry, unpacking what really shapes an artist's success beyond just talent. Lisa is more than a powerhouse performer. She's a cultural icon caught between multiple identities, and unlocking that story reveals much more than surface-level controversies. Ready to explore the intricate dance between image, music, and global impact? Let's get into it. The challenge of Lisa's solo album reception. Lisa's debut solo album was met with sky-high expectations from fans and critics alike, but many felt it fell short of delivering a distinct and captivating sound. The album's concept, centered around multiple alter egos, aimed to showcase her versatility and depth as an artist, yet to many listeners, this approach resulted in a fragmented and confusing experience. Rather than providing a cohesive identity, it scattered attention across different personas without a unifying thread. Despite Lisa's undeniable talent and stage presence, the music itself often reminded fans of what they had already heard, leaving some to feel the album lacked innovation or a fresh artistic direction. This misalignment between concept and execution diminished the album's impact, making it challenging for Lisa to solidify her solo identity outside of her group achievements. Moreover, the absence of a clear, consistent brand or sound left listeners unsure about the core message she wanted to communicate. It was as if the album was trying to be too many things at once, without anchoring the audience in a relatable or compelling story. This has sparked debates about artistic risks versus audience expectations, highlighting how difficult it can be for artists to transition from being part of a group to defining themselves as solo acts. In summary, while Lisa's solo album displayed flashes of brilliance and ambition, the challenge lay in marrying a complex concept with accessible, memorable music that resonated widely. Without that balance, even the best talents can struggle to capture lasting attention and acclaim. The power of branding in shaping perception. Branding isn't just surface-level styling. It's the invisible force that guides how fans and the industry perceive an artist, shaping careers and deciding who stands out and who fades into the background. From high fashion affiliations to visuals and storytelling, every element contributes to crafting a narrative around the artist's work. People often underestimate how deeply branding affects everything. It's not just a cherry on top, but the plate the entire meal is served on. We like to believe we're engaging with art purely on talent or creativity, but branding is the invisible hand guiding perception. It's the reason people spend thousands on a Louis Vuitton bag when they could find similar function elsewhere. It's why a smoothie at a high-end cafe feels like a treat, while the same ingredients blended at home seem ordinary. Branding is storytelling, psychology, and the magic that makes something feel special, even when it might not be. Lisa's solo work is a perfect example. Both her talent and music are undeniable, yet the difference in how her album and others were received wasn't just about the music. It was about the brand. Presentation affects perception, and perception affects opportunity. Even the most brilliant work can be overlooked if it's not presented effectively. In this industry, the packaging that introduces an artist is as crucial as the art itself. Through the right brand narrative, an artist can connect emotionally with audiences, build loyalty, and secure a lasting place in the cultural conversation. Lisa's over-reliance on performance as identity. Despite being one of the most electrifying performers of her generation, Lisa's brand has often been narrowly defined by her dance skills and stage presence. While these are undeniably impressive and central to her appeal, this over-reliance on one talent has boxed her in, limiting how audiences and critics perceive her full artistic range. When an artist is branded mainly as a performer, it sets an incredibly high and sometimes impossible bar. Fans expect flawless, high-energy performances every single time, leaving little room for natural human moments or growth. When Lisa hits a snag or shows vulnerability, the criticism can be swift and harsh, often labeling her as lazy or distant. This reaction isn't merely about performance quality. It highlights a branding failure that fails to celebrate her multidimensionality. Other artists manage to build brands that encompass various facets: vocals, acting, personality. But Lisa's presentation has yet to fully embrace these layers. This intense focus on choreography and stage dominance can overshadow other talents she possesses, such as her vocal abilities, charisma, and potential as an actress. To evolve her brand and sustain a long career, Lisa needs an identity that reflects all parts of who she is, not just the high-impact dancer. Think about icons like Beyoncé or Gaga, who initially faced similar challenges but later expanded their brand to include legacy, storytelling, and emotional depth. For Lisa, embracing softness, humor, growth, and mystery alongside her performance prowess could turn her from a stage monster into a global creative powerhouse. Simply put, brilliance on stage should be just one part of the narrative, not the whole story. When her brand allows for the full spectrum of her persona, she will not only win respect but also deepen the connection with her audience, proving that she's much more than what people have allowed her to be. Comparing branding success stories, Sabrina Carpenter and Chappelle Ran. Artists like Sabrina Carpenter and Chappelle Ran have recently broken through to become household names, but neither of them are new to the industry. Both have spent nearly a decade building their catalogs, performing, and releasing music, yet it was only when their branding finally locked into place that the hype caught up to their work. Take Sabrina Carpenter, for example. She's long been talented, strong voice, clever lyrics, and solid pop instincts, but now she's everywhere, opening for Taylor Swift, charting hits, and going viral left and right. Her short and sweet era isn't just a phase, it's a cultural moment. This works because her brand speaks clearly. It's cheeky but polished, a little retro, and very knowing lyrics, visuals, and stage presence all orbit the same identity. Sabrina isn't just a Disney alum anymore. She's a fully fledged artist with a cohesive image. Then there's Chappelle Ran, a powerhouse vocalist with theatrical flair and unapologetic queerness. She's been releasing music since 2017, yet her rise only ignited recently when she embraced a bold, campy glam rock, drag pop persona. From costumes and makeup to electrifying live shows, her identity screams who she is, and the world she's building. The talent was always there, it just needed a story and image for people to connect with. This is the true strength of branding. It frames the art and gives audiences something to latch onto, root for, imitate, become obsessed with. Ultimately, Sabrina and Chappelle's success isn't just about their skills, it's about how their branding beautifully aligns with their artistry, making them unforgettable and culturally significant artists today. How Lisa's brand could evolve with a cohesive narrative. Lisa already has a foundation to build on: her multicultural appeal, dynamic presence, and wide-ranging talents. By crafting a unifying story, one that celebrates her as a global mover, multifaceted artist, and cultural bridge, she could reshape perceptions and open new doors beyond just music. Her brand shouldn't be anchored solely in her incredible dance skills. Instead, it should embrace the full spectrum of her identity: the performer, the style icon, the global citizen, and the businesswoman. This cohesive narrative would give fans multiple ways to connect with her, making her more relatable while maintaining the aura of mystery and power that surrounds her. Imagining a storytelling approach where Lisa moves seamlessly between different facets of her persona, from the radiant warmth of Sun Lisa to the sleek, commanding presence of Moon Lisa and the carefully guarded mystery of Eclipse Lisa, offers fans a vivid, evolving experience to follow. Integrating culturally meaningful elements, like nods to her Thai heritage, would deepen her connection with Southeast Asian fans and add a rich layer of authenticity. Beyond visuals and music, this narrative can stretch into lifestyle branding, showcasing Lisa as a trendsetter and a woman shaping culture on her own terms. Fashion collaborations, travel content, and curated glimpses into her life would bring this story to life. Most importantly, the narrative should be intentional and consistent, so that every song, outfit, and public appearance reinforces the story she wants to tell. This would not only strengthen her artistic identity, but also create a lasting emotional connection with a global audience ready to see her as more than just a dancer or a rapper, but a complete, evolving artist owning her space in the industry and beyond. Using colors as a branding framework for Lisa, colors can define eras and communicate emotion in ways words can't. Imagine Sun Lisa, with warm golds representing warmth and generosity, Moon Lisa, with sleek silvers and blacks highlighting stage presence, and Eclipse Lisa with mysterious crimson embodying emotional depth. Sun Lisa represents the warm, bubbly, effortlessly sweet side we often see in interviews or behind the scenes, featuring gold, yellow, and white, colors sacred and royal in Thai culture, and also Lisa's favorite color. Moon Lisa captures her powerful stage persona, sharp and magnetic, with a palette of silver and black that exudes elegance and a cool, chic vibe. Eclipse Lisa is the enigmatic core beneath the spectacle, colored crimson to signify strategic vulnerability and emotional intensity. This color framework would give Lisa a clear, consistent visual language, allowing her to shift moods and identity without confusion, creating a cohesive story for fans and industry alike. It would tie together her music, visuals, and live performances in a way that feels purposeful and intentional. Instead of clashing aesthetics, these color identities would serve as emotional anchors, building mythology around her brand. With this approach, Lisa could communicate the full spectrum of her artistry, from warmth and approachability to strength and mystery. Colors, when thoughtfully applied, speak louder than words and invite deeper connection. For an artist with Lisa's global reach and multifaceted talent, this could be the missing link in crafting a brand that resonates universally and endures across eras. Breaking the double standard on Lisa's persona. Critiques of Lisa's mix of confident rap and soft-spoken interviews reveal more about societal biases than her talent. Multidimensionality should be celebrated in all artists, and acknowledging Lisa's full spectrum allows her artistry to be embraced more fully. Lisa has had a few awkward moments, sure, but a lot of that comes down to cultural nuance. What reads as cute or expressive in Korea doesn't always land the same way in the West, especially with her still developing grasp of English and an out-of-touch tune. Some tone deafness is inevitable. What's strange is how people frame their critique. Too often, it leans into subtle dog whistles about authenticity and performance that reflect how people view rap and, by extension, the artists who dominate it, especially Black people, more than it does about Lisa herself. Megan Thee Stallion can bring stadiums to their knees with her confidence and then be goofy, soft-spoken, and nerdy in interviews. Cardi B can be wild and a devoted mom. That duality is part of their brand and what makes them authentic. Lisa's blend of fierce stage presence and gentle off-stage personality should be seen the same way. The critique that she can't be a rapper and be soft in interviews exposes a narrow understanding of rap and identity. If your critique boils down to she raps, but she's too soft, maybe ask yourself why that bothers you so much. Lisa isn't even trying to be a serious rapper like Kendrick Lamar. Her sound leans more toward pop hip-hop, like Doja Cat. She's crafting something fun, high energy, and stylish. You don't have to love it, but at least critique what's actually there. Accepting Lisa's full personality and musical style is key to appreciating her artistry and respecting her place in a diverse genre. The road ahead. Lisa as a global architect. Lisa's potential goes far beyond the stage. Acting roles, fashion collaborations, and lifestyle branding can all play into a powerful long-term strategy. Shaping her narrative intentionally will give her longevity and let her own her space on the global stage as a creative force. Lisa's fans often call her the global ITG girl, and honestly, they're not wrong. She's multilingual, multicultural, and one of the most recognizable faces in K-pop worldwide. She's also called an ace. She can sing, dance, rap, act, model, perform, and hold her own in any room, in any country. But titles like that need more than fan love. They need intentional brand storytelling. Being the global ITG girl isn't just about being seen everywhere, it's about owning space everywhere. not just existing in the world, but shaping it. And Lisa has everything she needs to pull that off. What's missing is the narrative, one that threads through her visuals, music, and rollouts with purpose. Take her song Lifestyle. The lyrics practically begged for a bold visual campaign from LA to Bangkok, turning up in Abu Dhabi.
No, no, no.
I did it on my own. That was the moment, that was the blueprint. She could have leaned into a campaign that celebrated global movement, fashion, freedom, and power. Imagine vignettes of Lisa in airport lounges, on rooftops in Milan, lost in a Bangkok night market, commanding a boardroom in Seoul, strutting through Paris in Mugler. It didn't need to be high budget, just intentional, curated her. It would have been more powerful if the video transitioned from Lisa to other women living similar lives. This would shift the narrative from her bragging about money or luxury to showing that the song is a self-insert anthem for women. Her music would become aspirational and even a form of manifestation. Another way to build the lifestyle narrative long-term would be to frame Lisa as the ultimate jet-setter. Alter ego already circles around this theme. Songs like Elastigirl, Rockstar, and Lifestyle show her love for dance, cars, and movement. Her brand should lean into that. Lisa as the woman who moves through the world with ambition and style. This would open doors not just for music visuals, but for future ventures. Think curated travel essentials like a luggage line, beauty kits for life on the go, sleek fashion collaborations. Quick YouTube vlogs or TikTok series could bring it to life. Short clips of her traveling, performing, working. It doesn't have to be overproduced, just curated enough to cement the image. A global force, always in motion, always evolving. Lisa's story isn't just about the music. It's about how the right narrative and branding can transform perception and opportunity. With a clear, cohesive identity and strategic storytelling, she could firmly establish herself as a global icon whose impact goes beyond performances into culture itself. And that's a future worth watching unfold.